Since the Los Angeles Auto Show opens in less than a week, I decided to take a look back at the history of the automobile by visiting the Automobile Driving Museum right here in El Segundo, California. The museum features this 1936 Packard Standard 8 Roadster, which was owned by late actor Clark Gable. Earl Rubenstein is the curator at the Automobile Driving Museum. So can you first start off by giving me some highlights of the Automotive Driving Museum here?
Well, the highlights is that we're very different than every other museum. We're called the Automobile Driving Museum, which means we actually take out 3 cars on a Sunday and give people rides. We also let the people get closer up to the cars during the week and on weekends by walking up to the cars with our docents. They can look in the cars and get a close-hand understanding of what they were from the 20s, 30s, and 40s.
All right, very good. So how would you say this museum is different from some of the other automotive museums here in Southern California, like the Peterson, for example?
Well, as I said a moment ago, we let the people come closer to the cars. Most other museums, they have the ropes around the cars and you're within a 5 to 10 foot radius of the cars, and that's about as close as you'll get. We, with our docents, bring the people between the cars. They can walk up, look inside, and a couple of the cars specifically, we'll open the doors and let them sit in it.
Oh, okay, very good. So please tell me a little bit about the admission policy here.
Our admission is really by donation. We ask for a $5 donation. We do not charge a specific amount. And some people pay it, and some don't.
Okay. Now, what would you say is the most famous vehicle here?
Well, we have several. We have a Stalin car, which is a 1937 Packard, pardon me, it's a 1936 Packard Phaeton. We have the Howard Hughes 1955 Caribbean, which has only 1,761 miles. We have this 1930 Stutz Wayman-bodied Monte Carlo sedan, which is one of 3 that were made. We have a 1940 Darren here, and a few other cars that are fairly rare.
Okay. So I visited the website, and according to that, it said the newest car is from 1999. Are there plans to add ones from the 2000 eras?
Well, what we have is 2 sides to our museum. We have our muscle and hot rod car in the adjoining building, and then the newer cars are in there, and then the cars in the main area, display area, are the cars from the 50s and back.
Many of the vehicles on display were actually built in Detroit, including this 1927 Packard sedan. So could you tell me a little bit more about your Sunday ride program?
Okay. On Sundays, we take out 3 cars. We'll try to take out 1 car that has seatbelts so that we can have children ride in the car, because in California the law says under the age of 10 they have to be with seatbelts and they have to be of 65 pounds or more. So we try to always bring 1 car with the seatbelts for the children. The others we use with the adults, because not always do we have seatbelts in the older cars. What we have behind me is a 1926 Pontiac. The first year Pontiac was made by GM as a companion to the Oakland. We take this car out. It has 2-wheel brakes, and the people love driving in these old cars. They get in, they can hear the transmission, the whine, the sound of the engine, and how it really feels to drive in a car from the 20s. It's a wonderful experience on the drive program for the people that come down here.
All right. Now, were any of these vehicles ever owned or driven by celebrities?
Yes, we have a couple. We have a 1955 Packard Caribbean that was bought by Howard Hughes for his then wife, Jean Peters. They took delivery at the factory, brought it to California. They drove in it once to Malibu, brought it home, put it in the garage, and that's where the car sat. The car now has 1,761 miles, and we really don't want to take it out and drive it. We keep it running. We drive it on the trailer for shows and then bring it back inside. It's not a car we use other than for display.
All right. Now, with your close proximity to Hollywood, I was wondering if there been any movies or TV shows filmed inside the museum space here?
No, not really. We haven't had that opportunity yet. We don't really like to take our cars and loan them to the studios or rent them, because normally they don't really get the best care. If they wanted to come here and film something within our facility, that would be a different issue, and we would consider that.
Okay. Now, are these vehicles permanent on display, or do they go on tour to other museums?
They're permanent on display, but we do have an arrangement with the Peterson. We exchange vehicles back and forth. Currently, we are having their 1948 Tucker here in our showroom, and they have our 1941 CAD convertible coupe in their showroom down there. So we exchange vehicles and help each other out.
I see. Very good. So where can people find more information about the museum online?
They can go to theautomobiledrivingmuseum.org and see everything that we have up on our website.
Okay. Can you mention the location and the hours of operation?
Yes, we're here at 610 Learport Street. That's the word airport with an L in front of it, in El Segundo, California. And we're just about 5 minutes south of LAX and 1 block east of Sepulveda.
Okay. Any other comments before we wrap it up?
We hope everybody comes down to see our display and enjoy our museum. We're open to the public 6 days a week, Tuesday through Sunday from 10 to 4.
All right. Very good. Thanks for joining me today.
You're welcome. I enjoyed it.
Thank you. The Automobile Driving Museum is also available for private and corporate events. Reporting from El Segundo, California, I'm Jason Rzucidlo for AmericaJR.com.